What is going on, my fellow degenerates? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So, man, I am freaking pumped for tomorrow when it comes to GameStop. We have a lot to cover in this video, from the charts, what to expect tomorrow, and we're going to go over some numbers regarding GameStop, what is going on under the hood with the company. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get your free money from Moomoo, guys, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000 with at least a $100 deposit. Use that link down below, the QR code right here, or go to stassurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, folks, cheers. Let's get right into the video. So again, I am freaking amped for tomorrow, as I'm sure all of you guys are as well. So I want to break down the charts here very quickly, and we'll go over some numbers, what to expect for tomorrow, and my position. We'll talk about that as well, and we'll talk a little bit about Roaring Kitty, although there's not much new to discuss there. But we'll talk about kind of what I expect him to do here moving forward. So right off the bat, guys, you probably remember last week was not the most eventful week for the stock, right? Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, look, sometimes it's good to just cool off a bit, consolidate, chill the heck out after going crazy for, weeks before that, which in this case, that's kind of what we're seeing, right? We consolidated all week last week between $23, $24 as support and resistance at about $30 to $32 per share. So heading into this week, just based on this 5-day, 5-minute chart, the key levels of resistance are around $30 to $33.50, right? You guys can see we failed to break $30, $31 time and time again last week on Friday, on Thursday. You guys can see we did break out of it momentarily on Wednesday, but that didn't last. And on Tuesday, we were struggling to break above $31, and even on Monday, right? So yeah, we got to get out of there, guys. That's a big level of resistance. And of course, 33.50 roughly, which was last week's high. That's another big level, which we hit that on the 12th, which I believe, what day was that? Wednesday. Yeah, right in the middle of the week, we hit that point. So yeah, we got to get out of there. And I suspect, I have a feeling that we might this week, potentially, guys. And I'm sure a lot of you would agree with that. So I'm going to set my alert at $30 per share, and I'll do another one at $33.50. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above $33.50. There we go. So yeah, keep your eyes on these critical points for GME. I'm telling you, man, if we get out of there, this could be running to the races, right? Something like this, maybe towards, the low mid 40s, dare I say, even higher. So let me show you guys some numbers right now around GameStop and kind of what I'm looking out for this upcoming week, right? So you guys know at this point, we were supposed to have the annual shareholder meeting on, what day was it? Thursday. Then it got pushed to Friday, and now it officially is tomorrow. Let me zoom in here and show you the time so you guys are aware of this. The meeting will be reconvened at 11 a.m. Central Time on June 17th. So that's 12:30 p.m. on the East Coast. So whatever time zone you're in, do the math on that. So pretty much right smack dab in the middle of the trading day is when this meeting is going to go down. And we'll get more info on the company, the vision, shareholders will get to vote. We talked about this in my last video. They'll vote on certain things. We talked about the proxy statement. You guys have to read that, or the proxy report, whatever the heck it's called. You guys know what I mean. We talked about that in the last video. I read it. I hope you guys read it. You'll get more insight on kind of what to expect for this meeting tomorrow, and there's a lot of speculation as to what GameStop's going to do with all the freaking money they have raised, right? You guys know this company offered, I think, 45 million shares. They raised $900 million, and they also raised another $2.1 billion about a week ago. So their market cap, guys, is $12 billion. Let me zoom in here and show you guys their market cap is $12 billion, and about $4 billion of that is in straight up cash, right? So what are they going to do with this money? Will they go acquire some smaller companies? Will they go and, expand the current business and kind of take it down a new avenue? This is going to be very, very interesting, right? Now that they're super well capitalized to the point where they could last now years just off the cash they have, really without innovating or doing anything new. They can just survive as the business they are now for years with the cash that they have on the balance sheet. Let me actually show you this balance sheet very quickly, guys, and I'm sure it's not updated, but either way, we'll see how their debts are looking, their assets. Come on, Yahoo Finance, you piece of crap. There we go. So their total assets right now, as of this, video, I guess, are about $2.7 billion. You guys see that right here. And their total liabilities, $1.3 billion. And you guys know me, I like looking at the current ratio, current assets over current liabilities. So let's take a look at that. Current assets, just under $2 billion, with current liabilities under $950 million. So that's really good. That's a current ratio well over 1, which I'm loving, guys. And let me see how much cash they have as of this, which again, they raised a bunch more money. So they have $1.2 billion as of, this report, which this is not updated with the new cash they raised, but yeah, $1.2 billion plus that $3 billion, so we're talking over $4 billion, so $4.2 billion is the cash they have on hand now. And we can see here their current liabilities, again, $930 million. If they wanted to, guys, they can wipe out all their debts due in the next 12 months, and honestly, all their long-term debt as well, if they wanted to. They can do that with the cash they have, but they're not going to do that, obviously. They're going to use that not to necessarily pay off all their debts, but to go acquire a company or two, maybe expand the business, try and innovate, do this, do that. Who knows what Cohen and the management team, who knows what they have up their sleeves, right? So they're looking pretty well capitalized, obviously. Nobody's arguing against that. The $1 million question, though, is what are they going to do with that capital, right? So again, meetings tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. East Coast, 11:30 Central. And let me show you guys Roaring Kitty's position, which I've showed you this 100 times, but I don't know how many new viewers. There's a lot of new viewers that watch the videos every single day. By the way, if you've never seen any of my content, this might be a weird question, but if this is the first time you're watching me here on YouTube, let me know in the comments. Say something like I'm new here or something. Yeah, say I'm new here in the comments if you've never seen my content before. I'm curious. But yeah, as of now, Kitty's got 9,001,000 shares, $23.41 average cost, and it's about a $260 million position. And if we've seen what he's done in the past, his patterns, right? He buys calls, he exercises some of them, and he gets more shares, right? So if I had to guess, probably this week, maybe next week, who knows, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an updated position with more calls, right? Some that are probably dated, maybe a couple weeks out, whatever it may be, a couple months. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I would not be surprised if he bought more calls with, the cash he has laying around, and then he exercised those at some point to add to his share count, right? That's, maybe what's going to happen at some point this year. And let me actually pull up my position, which obviously pales in comparison to Roaring Kitty's position, but this is what I'm rocking with, guys. So it's crunch time for me, guys. I'm in the $30 GME calls that expire this Friday on the 21st. And they're currently worth $3. You guys can see right here, $3.01 per contract, and I bought one contract at $4.35, so I am down 30% on my position. It's not the end of the world. I'm only down literally $134. And by the way, this is fun money, guys. I'm not putting a crazy amount of money into GameStop. I've talked to you guys about this before. When I'm messing around with meme stocks, whatever you want to call them, I'm putting in a smaller amount of money, quote unquote, right? Smaller is relative to whoever you're talking to, right? But for me, this is an amount of money, $500-600, whatever I put into it. Actually, about $450, whatever. This is obviously an amount of money I'm willing to lose, right? And who knows? Maybe at some point I'll buy more calls, do whatever. But this is crunch time for me, guys. I'm actually planning on getting rid of these calls. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, Tuesday, right? We'll see if the stock sees a huge pop. I'll probably get out and then reassess what I'm going to do from there, right? I don't plan on exercising these necessarily. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, that's a quick little update as to what I'm up to. And again, it's going to get crazy this week, man. I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are excited as well. So that's a quick breakdown. My alerts are set again at $30 and $33.50. And based on this chart, man, if we start breaking the low mid 30s, the sky's the limit, which is why I'm holding those calls into this week, closer and closer to expiration. It's risky, but it could yield a massive reward. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000 with at least a $100 deposit. Just use that link down below, the QR code right here, or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Get your stocks, guys, and of course, that is an affiliate link. I appreciate you all as always, and with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.